Hopefully this is recording simultaneously, if I can say that word properly. Welcome back, guys. It's Kibble Ahmed out here. I hope you guys are well. Day 2 of Inktober. So Tranquil. Sorry, guys. My language is as bad as I draw. I'm joking. I think my drawing is better than my language. So guys, today's theme for Inktober is Tranquil. And I've been kind of thinking long and hard about what I can incorporate in a comic book aspect of drawing the picture. So I went through loads of images. I was thinking, I was reading up on the word Tranquil as well. And for me, it means various things. You know, you've got somewhere where you could take your mind off things. And I'm going to pick Batman in the rain after a long, hard night of crime fighting. The Caped Crusader just there in the rain, letting the rain calm him down, chilled in the moment, basically. So I looked at different images. Again, my favorite artist, Jim Lee, I saw some of his art concept. Neil Adams. So like I saw a lot of different types. Okay, looks like I need to get some more paper. So guys, today I'm going to use, again, what I used yesterday is Cass Arts London. It's 300 GSM watercolored paper, and I love this paper because of the way it just the way the ink flows on it. Everything just feels better on it. There we go. Last page. So that means tomorrow I'm going to have to take a trip, or actually on the weekend, to get some more ink. Now, sorry guys, you're going to see a shadow over here. The lighting is quite bad at the moment. I'm in a current state of move, so I haven't got everything in front of me. But let's jump into this. So I'm going to... How can I do this? So I'm going to see if I could do kind of a slouch. Kind of a slouch pose. Get that in. Now with Batman, he has always this sort of, he's almost like, he reminds me of Wolverine. He has a lot of crouching, he has a lot of movement in the things he does. So let's see if I can fulfill this crouch, because it's like I really want it to his ribs hurting. He's got punched up by Killer Croc, so he's just like in that kind of zone. I want his cape to come over him as well. So let's see if I can kind of get that kind of pose, hopefully. So guys, again, I'm using a really shit pencil right now because I can't seem to find my my pencil liner. I can't find it. I don't know where it is, but because of the paper is quite thick, it's taking in a lot of the lead, and that's the only thing that kind of draws back sometimes. But hopefully I get this right, because I really want his cape to do the work, basically. I want it to kind of like flow everywhere like it usually does. And then I'll drop everything else on there. I'm doing like a big Ben Affleck broody Batman the way Jim Lee draws them. I'm hoping I can get, like, my idea comes across. Then that's the main thing. That's what I want to get done. As long as my idea can come across and look really well, then my job is done. I'm gonna give Batman the grin. Batman draw his neck, cape. So the cape is flowing that way. what I'm going to do is, as I did yesterday with the type of inking that I did using Jim Lee's format and a piece of tissue, I'm going to use the retro ink to drop on there, and then I'm gonna cut in the details, some of the details now, and then while we go through the process, I'll drop the rest of it in there. But I'm hoping, kind of got an outline of it now. I hope you guys are actually enjoying Inktober as much as I do, because it's always a month that always inspires me to get into sketching every day, and this month was more of like trying to give you guys more of an in-depth feel of what I do when I'm sketching, and I hope that comes across, guys, because I haven't been sketching a lot recently, only due to so much going on. It's really taking over my life at the moment. The move, baby coming soon, and you know, responsibilities take its toll sometimes. All right, let's jump straight in with the inking of bats. So I am going to use the 0.8 Pigment Micron, and I'm just going to line in as much as details as I can. He's slouching, so let's get the lines in there. I think I've done his arm a bit too long, so I'm going to bring it in a bit. He's got big brooding fists. Let's get the cape. Swooping here. Shoulders. I'm going to bring the cape in slightly. Kind of holding his fists quite close to his ribs. Once I drop the ink, you guys will get to see the rest of the shading and everything else take its part. As I said, I wanted to bring the cape in a bit, so I'm going to take it in a little bit. I looked at quite a lot of references, and Neil Adams, his sketches really stood out really well. Like when he was doing his run on Batman, I think he really was enjoying the process of the cape and the way he drew bats. Like his cape had character in it as well, and I loved looking at that. And you know, he always went with a really long horns. I'm gonna kind of go in between and like give him thicker horn, like cows. And guys, I'm not doing my lines really straight. I think, and what I need to start doing is using this tissue, because it is going through into the lines. I don't want that really broad neck going into here, the cape falling. I'll drop the inks in there in a bit. Massive thank you guys for always tuning in and supporting the channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I know we have like a various amount of content that goes on there, but you guys sticking by has made the channel grow, and I couldn't thank you guys enough for that. You guys have been absolutely amazing. So get into the bat signal sign on his chest. Just show part of his belt, because I'm trying to work with the shading, muscles on his leg, his knees, and then I'll go in with a bit more detail over here. Sharp eyes. Drop in that little stubble, a couple of dots here and there, because the image is quite small, so I don't want to lose that. Kind of liking the structure of this already. Cape. Cape. Batman's got a cape. It's what the chicks dig. Yeah? Or is it a car? It's one of them. Alright, let me grab some tea. But I really hope you guys have had a good start to the week. I know I have. I've had a couple of days off work, got a lot of things done, got to chill with the wifey, and this is start of Inktober. We had a really good month. Shout out to the Geekers still, and then had a really good geeky shirt September, and now jumping into Inktober. It's been fun. So guys, as you saw yesterday, I'm using this retro ink really for graphics and like fountain pens, and a lot of architectures use it, and I'm gonna use it now. So I'm just gonna go squirt crazy, and then you're gonna see me drop the ink everywhere. Oh, I've got a bit too messy around here. So I'm just using like some just normal toilet roll tissue, guys, and I'm just dropping it everywhere. It's got a bit messy, but I will fix those lines up. Get a little bit tighter. Cape's looking there, and I'm gonna keep that sort of messy effect there. I think I like one side kind of fixed. There we go. There's enough ink used there. Just drop it around here. Look at that. Now a lot of people are going to think, what the hell did I do to that image? I've made it worse. But you'll see what I do. So I'm going to let the ink settle into the paper. And that's the one thing I like about using the watercolored paper. It just sinks right in, and it'll just stay in there. That's the main thing, and that's what I want it to do. So guys, I got into sketching from the age of probably 2 or 3. My uncle was an artist in the process. He was in secondary school, and he did these amazing pieces of artwork of his characters, and his imagination is out of this world. So he's one of my inspirations, why I push myself further. Because I had a gap, 15 years. I started college, and I kind of just forgot about sketching after I left school. Life just continued, and work, money, people, lives, relationships. So much things happen in the process, but something crazy happened. I think it's coming up to 6 years now, and I was going through like Mum's loft. And I found some old drawings, and I was like, wow, it was really good. And I started sketching. And the next day I remember going to the art shop and buying pro markers and sketching different characters. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I missed about sketching. I missed sketching. Like, I absolutely miss drawing. I miss doing these characters that I grew up with and like really felt for. Find this common connection. Yeah, here we go. So guys, I'm using a massive permanent marker here, and this is where I'm going to go in a bit crazy. Hopefully it is kind of dry, but I'm just going to drop in a couple of ink marks. Get started. You guys, as you can see what I'm doing, you're going to notice. This is why I love Inktober. You just get crazy with the ink. You do what you want to do. It's your picture. Nobody needs to tell you how to draw or how to do it. But this is just my process, guys. Everybody will have their own way of how they do their images. This is my way. So I don't know if you can see the image slowly coming together really well. And you know what, I maybe use some more of that ink with the brush just to fill in some gaps. But now I just want to drop some lines so you guys get to see what I'm doing. Yeah, remember guys, always have that white gel pen because it comes in handy. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to use this ink again because it just works really well. Oh, it's got a bit stiff. Guys, remember, wash your equipment after. It always helps. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a little bit on the side here. And then I'm going to just dab into that. So, oop. So guys, I'm using quite a thick brush. I should have got something smaller, but it's Inktober and I'm having fun. And I'll get to straighten up some of these lines. I mean, at the moment now, just to drop these inks in there, it's actually coming out quite alright. So, go darker around the legs. This part. Shade in. This cape's gone this way. I really love this ink. It gives it so much of a different depth. And you can see it, it gives it a different texture as well. Because I don't want to lose the image in the dark, so. Perfect. Just to get rid of the ink on the brush, and I will put that back in its tissue. Put the lid back on this because we don't want that getting messed up. I'm going to use a bit more tissue to get rid of the excess. This is the kind of a bit of a fun part, so gives the page a bit more. It's not like watercolors, but it's good. So, like the excess paint I had on there, I want to take it off. I don't want it taking away too much of the image. There we go. Shit, that's coming together really well. There we go. I hope you guys see that properly. There we go. Feeling itchy. Need to let that dry for a bit. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to come right back to you guys. If you're wondering what soundtrack I'm listening to, I'm listening to Tron Legacy soundtrack done by Daft Punk. One of my favourite soundtracks. They are absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to come back. Alright? Peace. Okay guys, I'm back and the ink has dried a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 8mm Pigma marker and I'm going to go in, drop in some more details. Thinking, let me just use this Pro marker for a second. See if I can bring out a bit more of the elements. Alright, this is running out a bit. Okay, Good night. Gonna use the big marker again. So I'm just gonna do some cross hatching, guys, just dropping some thicker lines in there. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with the pigment marker. Make sure you... So it's really just cross hatching, guys, right now. But I do it in a messy way, but I'm not trying to be perfect. Just want to make sure I can get the right details in there. He is the Dark Knight, so it's a lot. So remember, this is a artist marker. I'm going to use this just to outline a few things because I don't want to lose the image in the... I want to lose the image with the blackness that's going on. Darkness, not blackness. There we go. Bring out the fist. Bring out the leg a little bit. Cape. You're going to see me with this marker later on, or if it's not this marker, it could be another marker I'm going to use. I'm just using a white gel marker, just so you can see the outline. Back to his head. Okay, I think I've got most of the detail in there, and hopefully you guys can see what's going on. Let's get the cape. This is the cape. Get that blacked out a bit. Fist. So I'm just gonna... This is just Tipp-Ex, guys, in a pen. There we go. Now this is where the fun kicks in. Oopsie daisy. Oh, almost dropped. Wow. think because this is running out, it's a bit stiff, but as long as I can get the main lines in there. What I'll do with the ink marker, the white gel pen, which is made by, this is Jelly Roll. I can drop a little. There we go. Ooh. Batman after a long day of crime fighting, long night more like. I'm just gonna drop the water coming off the cape. There we go, guys. It's done. Inktober, Tranquil, Batman in the rain. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was day 2 of Inktober. Here is Bruce Wayne, the Dark Knight, Batman himself, in the rain, in his tranquility. I hope you guys really enjoyed that sketch. I did. It's just really fun. It's just mixing. It's a mix and mash of black ink, white gel pens, white paint pens, and just making sure you've got the light in and everything else right around it. But I really hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. But massive thank you for your support, guys, and I'll catch you guys up soon. One love. Peace.